Hi lovelies, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Eyeliner Sweet, and to my old subscribers, thank you guys for keeping returning. And so in today's video I'll be showing you guys how to do a full face makeup. Okay, so first I'm going to start with my brush. This is things I use for my eyebrows. Spoolie, two concealer, and a pencil, David's number 3 eye pencil. I'm using two concealer. This is the Elegant Pro concealer I'll be using to define my brows. The 2 shade lighter than my skin tone is underneath my brows. I'll be using underneath my brows just to make it brighten, and on top of it I'll be using the 1 shade lighter than my skin tone. But if you're a beginner, I advise that you use your foundation for the top of your brows. Okay, so I'm putting this dots for you to understand how to do it. You want to put dots. This is your point A, and where your brow bone is your point B, and the last part is your point C. So you put the dots just to make it easy for you, and start stroking from anywhere you feel comfortable with, and drag it all down. And then you go to the top of it and you connect from your brow bone, which is where your brow arc is, and where that dot is, just try connect down. Do not make a C shape, just drag it down to meet the other brow, to meet the other one, just to connect there, and start finding your way to the front. If you can't go towards the front by starting off from the arc, you can as well go to the front just the way you're saying it, and start drawing it backward. And I think that is how best I can show it. I've done a lot of tutorials on brows. If you want to see them, you can check out of my videos and see which one is best for you, or simple for you to go by. So I'll just go ahead and fill my brows. I'll stroke them gradually from the outer part of my brows. I'm going to stroke them very dark, then going towards the front side, going inside towards the front, I'm just going to use a little force, stroking it upward just gently, so it doesn't look too unreal. All right, you just want your brows to be a little bit natural. Yeah, then I'm going to use my spoolie to brush them out, just to make sure and to see places where I still need to fill them in. And I'm going to take my pencil and I will just fill this part in. Now for the last part of this, I'm going to brush out my brows with my spoolie, bringing it outward just to make that front side look fade. And then I'll use my 2 shade lighter than my skin to Elegant Pro concealer, and I'm using this flat brush. If you don't have a flat brush, you can use an angle brush, but for beginners I would advise that you use this flat brush, very small flat brush. It is best for you, it's easier for you, because if you don't know how to use an angle brush, of course you still won't know. So I'll just go ahead and clean off the top of my brows, and I'll go over to the other side and I'll do the same thing. When you're cleaning off your brows, you have to be very gentle and take your time. It takes time. You can't be in haste and want to do your brows and achieve a very good brows. It takes patience and it takes time. Now when drawing and defining your brow, top of your brows, make sure not to go the C ways. That's why you can see what I just did. I just tried to follow the exact shape and I just defined it. When defining it, make sure you turn your face alongside with it. And then I'm using this fluffy brush to blend in my concealers. You don't want a flashback when you take pictures, so you really need to blend them in gradually. Blend them in. Don't be too scared to go into your brows and clean them off. When you make any mistake, you can always use your pencil to just correct that part that is out already. So for my eyes, I'll be using my 2 shade lighter than my skin tone again, Elegant Pro concealer, and I'm just going to apply that on my eyelid areas, and I'm going to use my beauty blender and I will blend. This part you really have to blend in properly, and after blending you set with your translucent powder. I'm using my translucent powder to set, because you don't want it to be moldy when you start applying eyeshadow. So first I'm going with a brown shade. As a beginner, if you want to start, you use a brown shade for your transition shade. Okay, so now we're starting off with a brown shade for the outer corner of my eye, And while going inside, we're fading. And next I'm using a coffee brown, a more coffee brown, for close to the other side. And now I'm using this brush that I use for concealing, so that it can pack out the product for me. And I'm making my way, and I'm making it look like I'm cutting my crease, and I'm just applying it there. So for beginner, I think this is okay, because you don't need to do a cut crease if you're not good at it yet. It takes practice. It takes a whole lot of practice, yes, to be able to do that. So you just apply it, and make sure every eyeshadow that you apply and that is meeting the other one blends into it. Okay, so you can use your hand, your finger, to tap on it when you're through applying it, or after applying it, and that's where you're going to get a better result. Okay. So I just went ahead to blend out the edges of my eyeshadow, so I don't leave harsh lines or patches or anything. And next I'm going in with my my eyeliner for my eyelid area, and I'm starting off from the middle, just in case there's a much product on my liner and it doesn't fall into my eye. If I start from the inner corner of my eyes, then I'll just find my way into the inner corner of my eyes and then outer. Alright, and after which I'm going into my waterline with this eye pencil, and I'm just going to stay around my waterline, and I'll just apply as much product as I want, not coming out of my waterline, because it might just spread out later and you won't like the result. Alright, so next is for my lashes. I'm going in with these lashes. I'm going with this glue. This is classic super glue, and I'm using it for my lashes today. And my lashes, I'm using this lashes, very nice lashes. What you want to do when you're applying lashes, you cut the two sides, just a small amount off from it, and then you apply your glue. Alright, just the way I'm doing it now. And for a better result, you're still going to apply those glue on those areas where you apply your liner, and then try bending your lashes just to give you that kind of curvy vibes. Okay, now when fixing your lashes, make sure your mirror is under your face and you're looking into the mirror. Okay, just to make sure that you apply the lashes, you fix the lashes very close to your original lashes, just where your liner is. Make sure it is very much closer. All right, and start from the side, one after the other. Like when you apply it one side, then you move to the middle, then to the last part, and pushing it into your skin, into your eyelid areas. Make sure you press it in a little bit so that it can glue to it and stay. Okay, and that's it. And so next is my face primer. I'm using the super matte face primer, and I'm going to apply it every part of my face, especially those areas where I have smile lines and all that, and I'll just massage it in. Foundation today, I'll be using the Zico foundation, and I'm using my beauty blender. I already wet my beauty blender, squeeze out all the water from it, and I'm just going to tap it and start blending. I'll start off from my cheek area down to my face, and use no product around my smile lines and all that. So when it comes to blending your foundation around your forehead, do not blend in with fresh product around your hairlines, because it will make you look like you have gray hair, which will look very awful. So for my under eyes today, I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer Warm Honey, all right, in the shade Warm Honey, and this is 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. I'm just going to apply it under my eye. So as a beginner, you don't need too much product. Just blend it and press it into around your eye line areas, okay? So for concealing of the nose, if you can't do a straight line going up, just do a dot line going upward, okay? And then blend. Now when it comes to concealer, you have to apply them one part and blend, apply the other side and blend. The reason is because a lot of time most of the concealers dries up really quickly, so you don't want it stuck to your skin and unable to blend properly. So to avoid that, you go one point at a time. All right, so for my setting powder today, I'll be using this yellow setting powder. Why I'm showing this too is because if you don't know your shade particularly, you can use white. The white powder goes with any kind of skin tone. So but for me today, I'll be using this particular. I'm just going to dip in my beauty blender, I'll press it in and blow off the excess, and then press it to every part of my face where I have conceal. So for contouring for beginners, use a powder, brown powder, or a powder two times darker than your skin tone. Avoid using cream contour, because you might, if you're not really used to it, you conversant with it, it might just be too hard for you to use. So just use a powder contour like I'm using now. I'm using my eyeshadow. I'm using a brown eyeshadow for my nose contour, and after which I'm just going to blend it in. You can see I'm applying it very close to the bridge of my nose, and then connect it from my brows down, and I'm connecting it from my brows down. All right, and then don't forget to blend it in so people don't see it when you're walking around. Blend it in. All right, for my cheeks, I'll be using the same eyeshadow, brown color. If you don't have a contour powder, you can use your eyeshadow, you can use anything. Just make sure you use a 2 shade darker than your skin tone here, and then just blend around your forehead area. Now if your forehead is huge or is big or is wide, make sure to blend, apply your contour. I'll blend it coming down to close to your brows. Just bring it down closer to your face. What contour does is make the face look slimmer, or make a particular part of your face look slimmer. So for my highlighting today, I'm using this brush for my cheeks area and a smaller brush for the other part of my face where I want to highlight, for like the inner corner of my eyes and my brow bone areas, and then the tip of my nose as well. And then for the other brush, I'll be using it for my cheeks, and you want to apply it going to the inner corner of your eyes, not too much like going upward completely, but just, you know, somewhere around this part of my face that you're seeing is enough. If you do it going towards your hairline, it's really going to look very dramatical and looks awful. So a lot of time doing it this way, it's much better. Then apply it to the tip of your nose, and then that is it. And your cubic bone, just for the sake of your lipstick, to give it a very nice definition. And so for my lips today, I'll be going with this 2 shade. Now when applying lipstick and you want to apply it to lipstick, apply a darker shade of that color and a lighter one, that way it goes well. So the first one I'll be using this red shade. All right, I'm going to leave their names in my description box below so you can go check them out. So start off this way and just apply gently, and then you go in using using your brighter lipstick, sorry, for the inner part of your mouth or your lips, sorry. So I went on to do this heart shape on my eyes, and just to make it look a little bit colorful and very beautiful. You don't have to do this, I'm just doing it. I'm just showing you guys. So first I went in with my white liner and draw a heart shape, and next I used my black liner to repeat the same thing, and then use my colored orange color lipstick for it. Alright, so we've come to the end of this makeup tutorial. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and do well to hit the like, subscribe button. And so if you've watched to this point, I'll be doing a video soon answering your assumptions about me. You can go ahead and ask me any question at all about me that you want to know, and I'll be doing a separate video answering your questions. Okay, I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye.